power. Cause I got force and power. Force and power. Cause we got force and power.
Welcome to One Black Man's Opinion podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Abdul Halim Muhammad. One Black Man's Opinions podcast is brought to you by NTE Planning Consultants, where equity is the basis for resilience in community development, and Silicon Bayou Houston, 22nd century solutions for 21st century problems. On Monday, October 16, 1995, nearly 2 million men gathered on the Mall of Washington, D.C. at the call of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan of the Nation of Islam. After standing there for 16 hours, listening to speeches where both men and women of renown admonished those men to do better, to act better, to be better. And at the end of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's historic speech, we, the men that stood on that mall, took a pledge. We took a pledge to improve ourselves spiritually, morally, mentally, socially, politically, and economically. We took a pledge to build businesses, houses, hospitals, factories, and to enter into international trade. We took a pledge never to raise our hands with a gun or a knife. We took a pledge never to abuse our wives or to abuse children. We took a pledge never again to use the B word to describe any female. We took a pledge not to poison our bodies with drugs or anything that was destructive to our health or well-being. We took a pledge to support black newspapers, black radio, black television, and to support black artists who clean up their acts and show respect for their people and respect for the ears of the human family. And all of this ended by saying, I will do this, so help me God. There's a popular saying found among our people. It emanates from the supreme wisdom lessons of the Nation of Islam, whereby a question was asked and an answer was given. The question was, have you not learned that your word shall be bond regardless of whom or what? The answer, yes, my word is bond, and bond is life, and I will give my life before my word shall fail. Now that we have had 25 years to reflect on the pledge that we took on the mall on that day, now that we have had 25 years to examine and analyze what we have and have not done, now that we have an opportunity after 25 years to understand the words that you reap what you sow, and that your word is bond, and bond is life, and you should give your life before your word shall fail. Now you and I have a small window of opportunity to correct our actions and to forge a new way to freedom, to justice, and to equality. Yes, early voting has begun, and we seek to improve ourselves politically. But what about spiritually, morally, mentally, socially, and economically? We can't leave those out and just leave it at the altar of politics, trying to give someone else the responsibility to do what we said we would do on that mall on that day. That was a day of atonement, reconciliation, responsibility, and a day of absence. It's time now that we live up to that pledge and make our word bond, not only for ourselves, but for our children and the ancestors who sacrificed so much for us to be here today. Now, let us hear from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as he administers the pledge at the historic Million Man March. Remember, this is One Black Man's Opinion. What's yours? I'm Dr. Abdul Halim Muhammad.
Now, brothers, in closing, I want you to take this pledge. When I say I want you to say I, and I'll say your name. I know that there's so many names, but I want you to shout your name out so that the ancestors can hear it. Take this pledge with me. Say with me, please. I say your name. Pledge that from this day forward, I will strive to love my brother as I love myself. I say your name. From this day forward, will strive to improve myself spiritually, morally, mentally, socially, politically, and economically for the benefit of myself, my family, and my people. I say your name. Pledge that I will strive to build business, build houses, build hospitals, build factories, and enter into international trade for the good of myself, my family, and my people. I say your name. Pledge that from this day forward, I will never raise my hand with a knife or a gun to beat, cut, or shoot any member of my family or any human being except in self-defense. I say your name. Pledge from this day forward, I will never abuse my wife by striking her, disrespecting her. For she is the mother of my children and the producer of my future. I say your name. Pledge that from this day forward, I will never engage in the abuse of children, little boys or little girls, for sexual gratification. But I will let them grow in peace to be strong men and women for the future of our people. I say your name. Will never again use the B word to describe any female, but particularly my own black sister. I say your name. Pledge from this day forward that I will not poison my body with drugs or that which is destructive to my health and my well-being. I say your name. Pledge from this day forward, I will support black newspapers, black radio, black television. I will support black artists who clean up their acts to show respect for themselves and respect for their people and respect for the ears of the human family. I say your name. Will do all of this. So help me God. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allah. That means God is great.